Mitch Halpern. And now, ladies and gentlemen, 12 rounds of boxing for the WBO Lightweight Championship of the World. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the light blue trunks with white and weighing in at 135 pounds. He comes to us from Lorain, Ohio, with a professional record of 28 victories and 12 KOs against only 3 defeats with 2 draws. He's ranked number 7 in the world by the WBO. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the challenger, Carl "Stuff" Griffith. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, also weighing in at 135 pounds. He's wearing red with white trim and comes to us from Los California, East LA to be exact. This 1992 Olympic gold medal champion has a record of 14-0, 13 by KO. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the undefeated WBO lightweight champion of the world, the Golden Boy, Oscar de la Hoya.
Eso, vamos, vamos, vamos. All right, gentlemen, this will be a clean fight. Protect yourself at all times. Obey my commands at all times. You have any questions?
No questions.
All right, touch gloves, come on. Bill.
The burden and the inspiration of those high expectations are one and the same. You got to keep doing it.
He has to keep performing. That is pressure. Everybody expects so much from Oscar de la Hoya that he daresn't make an error.
Round 1, Oscar de la Hoya against Carl Griffith Jr. Griffith steps in and throws an overhand right. De la Hoya in the first round against Paez was quite cautious as he waited for his opportunity, then opened up in round 2 with a sensational left hook and quickly finished matters. Oscar has the kind of power which is occasionally shocking to his opponent's skill.
Oh, if people that have sparred with Oscar de la Hoya, they tell me that they've never been hit by guys his weight the way Oscar can punch. I mean, his body does not look, he's not a too muscular guy, which most punches aren't. He's got that snap at the end of the punch.
Griffith throwing the jab, stepping straight ahead. De La Hoya missing with the left hook. One glances off the right temple of Carl Griffith. Much of what De La Hoya is able to do in the ring begins and ends with that quick left hook.
I love the way Oscar delivers his punches. There was a left hook to the body, left hook back up on the chin.
And another left hook on the chin.
I like the fact that he's moving his head a little bit here because that's one of the problems he's had, Gil. He's growing up and learning to become a professional.
Big right hand by Oscar. Yes, he is moving a little bit more than he had in the past. But Larry, he's going to have to walk all the way back to LA because he has been hit.
You're right. He promised that if Griffith hit him, he'd walk to LA. I hope he's got a warm coat and a good pair of walking boots.
It actually snowed outside in Las Vegas today.
You see that snapping left jab of Carl Griffith.
Pretty quick on balance, but it doesn't look all that quick in comparison to De La Hoya's.
But De La Hoya has that flashing left hand. You can turn that hook off that jab. It's like lightning.
Relatively tactical round 1. De La Hoya has landed one sharp left hook and one straight right through the guard of Carl Griffith. Griffith a few jabs. There's another left hook and Griffith's head snapped back and he's in trouble. So just like that, De La Hoya becomes the second man ever to score a knockdown against Carl Griffith, joining Roger Mayweather, one of the great right-hand sledgehammers ever in this division.
Just relax. You're all right.
Okay, you got to do some faking there. You got to get counted off of him too. Double your jab up and go in. And when you throw your right hand to the body, come back with 2 or 3 more. You understand? Yeah. You're staying outside a little bit too long.
Oscar De La Hoya has become a patient assassin. He doesn't rush out there now like he has to destroy his opponent in the first 15 seconds, which is when he's caught a couple of flash knockdown punches. He takes his dime, he measures his man, and just lets his natural quickness and power do the job.
And it's just about all with that left hand, Larry. Sets everything up with the right hand, comes back with that left hand. There it is again.
You know, when a fighter's at 250 amateur fights sometimes, Gil, you think he can get into a lot of bad habits, can he? And become contemptuous of opponents because he can get away with mistakes as an amateur he can't as a pro.
And sometimes it's very difficult to switch them into the professional style. But I can see Oscar is really settling down now. To me, he looks a lot better than I've seen him in the past.
Right hand landed. And you can see Griffith ducking in an exaggerated fashion away from the left hook. Already Carl Griffith very left hook conscious in round number 2.
And right now he's a little wary. He's afraid to throw that snapping left jab, Griffith, because
he doesn't want Oscar to counter with the right.
De La Hoya counters with that left hook off that jab, Jim.
Oh, he does.
Or the right, and he can do it either way.
Guess I'll leave the expert commentary to you, Gil. Chopping right over the top by De La Hoya. Griffith finally releases the jab. And there's Oscar's left hook. Right hand shot.
Larry, Oscar still has not relaxed enough to really get that body motion going side to side. He still stands a little too straight up.
Yeah, I agree with you. The top people in his divisions might exploit that. But they're going to have to take some stuff in order to do it.
Great offensive fighter.
How much of that is from De La Hoya's eagerness to score the knockout, Gil?
Well, yes, he's a little tight, and when you're a little tight and you're a puncher and you get hit on the chin, a lot of times you go down. But the more he learns to relax and sway back and forth, bob and weave, he'll be punching even a little harder. And you can't really punch much harder than he's punching now.
Right hand backs Griffith into the ropes. There's a left hook.
And he's wobbled him again.
And Griffith pretending to be in rougher trouble than is the case, but nevertheless, he was wobbled by that left hook.
He was lifted right off the floor by about 3 inches. Both feet, I thought.
And don't forget, here is a man that can really take a punch.
Good right hand to the body by De La Hoya. There's another left hook. It's rapidly becoming target practice as Griffith isn't throwing much in the latter stages of round 2.
Actually, he's afraid to expose himself.
Time.
2 rounds down, De La Hoya versus Griffith. It's scheduled for 12.
Deep inhales, real heavy. Way up, I got it.
Doing beautiful, okay? We need just time. We just need a little bit more of the time, okay? Just keep moving the head. Keep working that jab.
Yeah.
And set him up with 2 punches. Jab, right, and left hook or left uppercut, okay? Only 3 punches. Jab, right, and left. That's all what you need. Make the setup, okay?
Real cool and calm, everything off that jab. Be stuff, okay? Let's be stuff.
Wipe his gloves off,
Here we go.
Griffith looks like a fighter who knows he's taken a bite out of a big apple here.
25-year-old Carl Griffith against 21-year-old Oscar De La Hoya. Griffith with 150 amateur bouts and 33 professional bouts, and tonight he's been knocked down for the second time in his career as De La Hoya got a knockdown in round number 1.
Well, Griffith has already thrown more punches this round than he did in the entire last round.
Another left hook knockdown for De La Hoya.
4, 5, 6, 7.
Oscar calls that punch his 45. Comes at a 45-degree angle. Half uppercut, half hook. He says it's his best punch. It's the one that finished Jorge Paez, and he's going to use it again here, and Mitch Halpern's seen enough.
Well, he gets another Oscar for that performance. He just keeps gradually raising the level of his opposition and looking just as good no matter what the level is so far.
In my opinion, I thought he looked absolutely great tonight. And I would make him a favorite right now, Larry, against just about any other lightweight in the world.
Well, that's saying a lot, Gil.
That was great. Don't criticize the referee.
We'll take another look at the finish of the fight.
What was so terrific about that, Gil, is he started to right, and he saw that he was moving away, and he just stepped in and followed it with the left. Take a look at this again, Gil. Watch. He starts to right. Follows.
Immediately back with that punch that Jim called. You know, Jim, I used to call that punch, it's not fast, it's not slow, it's half-fast. A half-assed left hook. That's the way I used to teach my fighters that.
Yeah, but the effect is anything but half-assed.
Correct.
Oscar De La Hoya. He calls it his 45, Gil.
Things have changed since my day, and my days in the business.
Yeah.
A half-assed left hook.
Oscar De La Hoya with another knockout. Right now, let's go to ring announcer Michael Buffer for the official particulars.
Ladies and gentlemen, here at the MGM Grand Garden, referee Mitch Halpern calls a halt to this bout. The winner at 1 minute and 2 seconds of the third round by TKO victory, still undefeated, still the WBO lightweight champion of the world, the Golden Boy, Oscar De La Hoya.
A very happy De La Hoya, who knocked Carl Griffith down 3 times, and then referee Mitch Halpern had seen quite enough punch stat numbers.
Let's give him a hand.
And we'll take a look at what will no doubt be a one-sided dossier for De La Hoya, who landed 79 punches out of 166. You see that Carl Griffith, so tentative in the face of De La Hoya's power, landed only 13 punches. And those numbers bespeak another lopsided victory for Oscar. Let's go up to Larry Merchant.
Congratulations, Oscar. Describe to us the ways in which you think you are now a better professional fighter than you were when you started out after winning the gold medal.
Well, I'm more mature now. I feel I can take my time now, and if the knockout comes, it comes. I was waiting a few rounds. I was sticking my jabs and moving my head more, moving side to side, and I feel that I've been more mature. I've been training harder, and I'm ready for the big fights.
You said that you were now starting the second stage of your career. You describe what the second stage is and what you want to accomplish.
Well, I believe there's 1 and 2 stages in boxing. I'm there in the second stage now. I feel I can go up against any fighter up there in the world in my weight class. I feel very strong. I feel very confident when I train hard. Only if I train hard, I can do good in fights.
Are you saying that because you were so successful as an amateur that you didn't take the professional game quite as seriously as you should have on some occasions?
Well, when you're on top of in the limelight, when you're focusing on your fans, when you're focusing on the attention, it's really difficult to focus on boxing. But that's what I'm doing now. I'm focusing more on boxing, more on my opponents, and I'm ready for the top.
All right, we want you to show you the second knockdown in that last round and describe it for us as we bring it up.
Well, right here, I was sticking my jabs, throwing my right hands, and I caught him with a 45-degree hook that I call. It's a 45, my best shot. That's the strongest shot. And I'm surprised he got up, but he was still damaged when he got up. And I'm just very happy that the referee stopped the fight because he could have got seriously injured.
Describe how you throw that punch, because you threw the right hand, you saw it was going to come out up short, then you seemed to step forward with the left and fire it still with a lot of power.
Well, I sometimes tend to throw punches without standing in my position, without having that balance. But as you can see, I'm a very powerful puncher. I threw my left hooks, my right hands with lots of power. I connected them, and like I said, I was very surprised that he got up.
When do you think you will fight for one of the bigger titles?
Well, right now I'm going to go against Johnny Avila December 10th on CBS, and then I have a fight with HBO on February, and my big fight against Rafael Ruelas, which will hopefully be my easiest fight, May 5th.
Thank you very much, Oscar. James, up to you.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. And again, another fighter stayed true to his prediction. Oscar De La Hoya mentioned that prior to this fight,